Hello. Hello, everybody. We have another Cooperation with a very special guy from Mexico. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Glad to be part of this series. I've checked out some of the previous stuff. I think some of the guests have been great, and hope I can share a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of my experience here on Steam.
Yeah, good. So what's your name and where are you from?
So I go by the name of Cartel. My first name is Bogart, actually. Originally born in Mexico, but through opportunity, I moved to Canada, where I'm now living. I live in Toronto, which is hectic and completely active. Canada's been fun, but now I spend most of my time traveling. As of recently, it's been a lot of Asia. So I lived in Taiwan for 4 months as an exchange student and loved Asia so much that I decided to come and visit Thailand. And a lot of people get the two countries confused. Now I can talk about both of them. So
yeah, so you traveled a lot. Yes, you have experience in travel.
Of course. It's it's one of the strengths of my vlog that I'm moving so much just in my life that if I can document a little bit of it, something cool that I see, it's a real blessing to have an opportunity like that.
Yeah. Okay. The first question about Steemit and Steem blockchain. I want to know, when did you join Steem and who invited you?
So I joined about 7 months ago. It was December of last year. And I was actually not invited by anybody. I was initially just interested in blockchain technology because at the time it seemed like a great investment. I actually usually have a lot of savings when I do my traveling. So I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to be traveling anyways, and my money's just going to be sitting in a bank account. How about it sitting as a blockchain investment? And so at that time, I found out about Dan Larimer and him creating BitShares, him creating steemit, and then EOS. I was just in love with the way he thought about property and how blockchain technologies could be applied into real world scenarios. So it was actually through him that I found out about steemit, became in love with the project. I saw the steemit community and I saw it growing. So I saw a real opportunity there. And so I joined. It was a very natural progression.
Yeah.
So now anytime I travel, I keep my money, instead of keeping it in my savings account, I keep it in crypto. So anybody that has a question of is it safe to keep all your money as a crypto investment? Well, I've been doing it for over the past 7 months, and if it didn't work out, I would have ended up stranded somewhere in Thailand.
Yeah, it's good. So you believe in crypto and that cryptocurrency has a very good future, yes?
For sure. I think the potential is immense. I think right now where steemit, at first when I saw steemit had nearly $1 billion market cap, I was like, that's completely insane considering, the other social media companies, they could be worth 1 billion, 4 billion. I don't know what Facebook is worth, but I imagine over 10 billion. And I thought to myself, there's no way steemit can be worth that much with the amount of users that it has. It just didn't seem possible. But then when you realize that people enjoy sharing their content, and it's from people from all ages and all demographics and all parts of the world, and you have the opportunity to send Steem to your friend or congratulate somebody through, like buying them steemit monsters, which are very popular now.
Yeah.
It's just, it was really enjoyable. I think we're living in one of the greatest times, and I love seeing the steemit platform.
Yeah.
It's a testament.
It happens also happened in just a very short time. We are just about 2 years. So yeah. And the good thing that we have no fees, and the transaction takes just 3 seconds.
For sure.
Much better than Bitcoin or Ethereum.
I was super impressed by it. I was one of those people that when I got on Steemit, I thought, well, it's an okay website. I thought it was just a website and that was all there is to it, just a blogging website. I think the most interesting thing about steemit, just when it comes to the people that have joined it, is that you don't take it seriously at first. You know, you're posting some content, seeing what people will say to it, but all of a sudden there's always that community building. It doesn't matter who you are, you always find a certain group or some people you really enjoy spending time with, and it just develops into these relationships. Like I saw recently, you were with Steam Cafe.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool, and it's you know, it's all type of DTubers and Steemians coming together in different parts of the world. It's not just, oh, we live close to each other, let's meet up. No, it's absolutely crazy, and that's how you understand that the enthusiasm is real.
Yeah, yeah. We have no borders with this thing.
For sure. And it's even weird to talk to people about it because I know many people on DTube or steemit are really excited about it and tell everybody about it. And you know, like you make DTube videos. So however, your family, if your family asks you about it, you know, you talk about it, and they're like, oh, it can't be that good or whatever. And then all of a sudden they hear, oh, I'm meeting somebody from the website. What could this website be about? I don't think people understand how good it is. I think when you tell people and when you tell about the community, they think it's fake like any other website. You know, somebody, let's say, on YouTube or on Twitter will just say, oh, this is a nice comment, or oh, this is a nice video. But people in DTube and steemit really take the time to say, hey, maybe you can work on this, or wow, I really like how you did this. It's all very real and all very organic.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to explain to people that is a very good thing, and they think that you are inviting them in some website where they need to spend their money or something, or they think that you are inviting them in some like, I know, sect, or I don't know what they think. They are like thinking, oh, what is it? I don't believe you. Like, yeah, it's hard, but to make them sure that it's something real, we just have to continue and have fun and showing them our videos, our pictures, that we are having fun. We are just talking to others. We are not, I don't know, promoting something or something. We are just asking people to take the opportunity from a good thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like you made that video saying that DTube upvotes everybody and that you should be patient. You know, what was funny is that when I was starting in the DTube, you know, I would get upvotes that were worth like $5, $10, and then it went up to $30, and then I think the highest one ever was $200. Yeah. And what I found really funny is that when I was getting those like $5 upvotes and whatever, I would talk to my friends about it, and I would say, wow, like it's really cool that this platform works and I see the future. And some tried it, some moved into making a little bit of DTube videos, and some didn't do it. And what I find funny is that now that I get those big upvotes constantly, whatever they want to say, if they want to say, oh, well, you know, anybody gets the upvote, so it doesn't matter that you got it. Well, there's the proof. The opportunity has always been there, but what matters is, are you willing to take it, and are you willing to be part of the community or not? Because a lot of people will see it, and just like people don't see the vision in this and don't see how it's going to grow, a lot of people are going to miss out on it. And to be honest, if DTube takes away its upvote right now, I honestly think that the community can survive and actually outgrow it. I think there's enough people excited about it and excited to put their money into it, that as long as there's not a serious steemit competitor, I think we'll survive. I think we would be fine without it.
We have a lot of platforms built on Steem blockchain, like DLive, DSound, Steemit, I don't know, and they are building more and more every day. Did you start, by the way, directly by writing posts or by video?
So my content is mainly focused on videos. When I started off, I wrote a little bit of posts, and what I didn't realize was I had no clue about the upvote bots, right? So at the time, you could get like attacked for like, you know, life life is a pretty popular tag on Steam. You could get that for, if you promote it, you could pay $35 and it would be the top post. So I actually paid for the promote, and it was very stupid just because if you pay for the promotion, you'll be the top on the promoted. But if you paid for upvote bot, you will be on the top on the organic search, right? So at the time I was writing a little bit, and I saw that it doesn't really get much attention. And so I realized that some of the people that are writing are using upvote bots, and that's how they're getting attention to their writings. A good example is, I don't know if you've heard of this guy, Yala Papi.
No.
So he writes very funny posts, and what he says is basically, if you're going to become a big writer, right, you have to have the whales on your side, because if you don't have the whales on your side, you're never gonna make it out. You're never gonna gain any traction. I think that's one of the problems with steemit right now, is that a lot of people aren't putting out like good blogs just in terms of writing. So they just pay for the upvotes, get really high, and so then people come to the steemit platform. They see, oh, this is the top post, this is the top post, and they're just confused because the quality is not there. So that's why I like Dtube and DLive now, because they're the ones that are curating the content. So I don't pay for upvote bots, or at least I haven't in months. When I have to release something that's very important, like I'm going to be releasing something called Dtube Studio, which is a platform that helps other DTubers in terms of their editing and production. That's when I'll do it. But until then, I'm happy to constantly get the upvote from Dtube.
Yeah. Yes. The good thing that also I also cared about upvotes, but now I try to not care about upvotes. I'm not using those upvotes bots for, I don't know, for 4 or 5 months, because I understand that I will just lose my money for nothing, and it's like you will not get any profit from that. So even the whale, if they know all the names of the upvote bots, and if the whale join your post and he see that you are upvoted by upvote bots, he will not even upvote. Why he need to upvote you if you are using upvote bots? But so even getting cents sometimes from our post, it has we have more chance to get upvotes from whales than to get them if we use upvote bots. Yes, I think like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the whales will always check out your content, right? So to anybody that is watching this, one thing I would really caution against is that if you use an upvote bot, one thing you should always know is that even if your post today is at the top of Dtube or life or photography or whatever tag, you're still only going to get a very small amount of people that actually follow you. So I've already experimented with this, and there's absolutely zero reason to use the upvote bot. Always be engaged with the community and always put out quality content. That is the only way, because right now the way the steemit platform is and the Dtube platform is, you want people that are highly invested. So the people that are most into Dtube and creating Dtube videos, those are the best people to follow you, and to because they're the ones that are going to upvote you. They're the ones that are going to engage. And once steemit and Dtube become mainstream, then all the other stuff, it's going to be crazy and it's going to be wild. But yeah, we're the people that are going to survive, because we're the people that really reached out to the community and have a place, whether it's on Dtube Daily, One Love Dtube, Dtube Fitness, Steam Empowerment.
Yeah,
so many.
Yeah, I like communities. So okay, we will not make it very long. Tell me about your skills. It's very interesting.
Sure. So I'm currently a biology student. So what I categorize as a very strong skill is actually knowing evolutionary psychology. So I think one of my greatest strengths is actually knowing what makes people tick and what really drives people, even if it's like it could be applied to anything. You could apply evolutionary psychology just to finding out what's going to make a person click on your video based on the title, based on the thumbnail. And So I think that's one of my core strengths. But outside of that, a very given skill is I'm very gifted with marketing. So in this age of making money online, your username is Clicks Money, by the way, which I find great. In this age, there's so many things you can do, and I believe if you're a good marketer and if you can understand how to position your brand, you can sell stuff. I've been traveling the world, and while I'm traveling the world, there's back home toys that are currently being sold and sent out and shipped to other people where I don't have to lift a finger, based on the packaging, branding, marketing, the commercials that are put out. It's not a big scale project or a big scale company, but it's something that's working in and of itself. And I find that to be absolutely wonderful. I think the fact that you can do things from a long distance now, thanks to the internet, that's what makes blockchain such a great opportunity. Now that this is all verified and we have more ease of access when it comes to transacting with other people, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be like a golden age for economics, and we're really evolving.
Yeah. So yeah, I know that's marketing. I learned a lot about marketing, about SEO, SMM, you know, social media marketing, and CEO. How we translate CEO? SEO or CEO? Like
SEO.
Yeah, SEO. What is it? SEO.
SEO is search engine optimization.
Yeah.
So I actually used to work for a company, telemarketing, and so I would make cold calls. I would call businesses and say, "Hey, do you want to be on the front page of Google? Do you want your ads displayed here? Do you want more people walking into your store?" And at the time, I just hated the job, so I didn't care much for it. But through time, I realized that people really needed to have a strong online presence. So whether that was a logo, that was a website, they didn't really need much in terms of technical stuff. Like a lot of people do website development, which is great for big companies that need logistics, or they need to have like a certain system for how they ship their items. But for most companies, like let's say you have a dentist clinic, they only really need a website, and they need a smart way to drive people to their clinic.
Yeah,
that's all there is to it. So
that's why always when I make a post, I always like share it in Facebook, in Reddit, in Google Plus, in LinkedIn, and everywhere where I can. That's why I do that always, and that's why I have about 4,600 4,600 followers. So like I try to be everywhere. This is my little secret.
And I didn't know that, and it's actually like really on me, because I know you should always be sharing your content on as many channels as possible, and I'm really responsible for not blasting my content a little bit more. You're mentioning that, I say to myself,
yeah,
I don't share it outside of steemit. I interact with people on steemit, but maybe the opportunity is there. Maybe I can attract more people that way.
Yeah, you can affect more people out there, and whales also. Maybe you just talk about, I don't know, even in Instagram, you talk about steemit, and one of whales, he will be in Instagram. He will move to your account, and he will follow you, and he will upvote you. It's just amazing. It's good opportunity as well.
Right. Okay. I really got to work on that.
Yeah, you have to. Okay. The last question: what are tips that you can give to all Steemians and DTubers, and generally to people to be successful?
So if you want to be successful on the steemit platform or on the DTube platform, you shouldn't. I think a big thing is don't compare your content to anybody else on steemit or anybody else on DTube, just because a lot of people are so used to copying content. And let's say I'm doing a travel blog, they want to do a travel blog, or so on. And even I have a problem myself, because sometimes I see somebody like Herschel Patel, his vlog and my vlog are kind of similar in style. However, I honestly try my best. Sometimes I'll say something in my vlog and I'm like, that sounds like I'm copying him. So I'll chop that off, and I make sure not to watch his videos. So that way it's fully original content that I'm producing. So that would be tip number one. And tip number two would be realize that the steemit blockchain is still quite young. So people are not putting 100% effort into their content. And so there's a lot of things you can do in terms of the hard work you can put in just into your post, whether it's including images, whether it's including a separator, whether it's including a longer description. Try to put the effort in. I've been on Dtube since when I started on Dtube. People didn't even put a thumbnail. You know, they would download the snap and upload it right away. There were no titles on thumbnails. So one of the things that I did and was true to do is that I made sure that I had a nice thumbnail so that people would constantly click on my video. And I think that's, I attribute that to catching Dtube's attention very early. So realize that it's a young platform, and there's a lot of things that you can do in terms of your personal work that you can put in your posts, your videos. And if you're putting out quality content, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how long it takes, you will find a certain group of people within a community that enjoy your content and support you. And I think that's the most important part. You just have to be patient for that.
Yeah, you have to be patient, and you have to find your passion. By the way, behind you, I see the written there, your passion.
Yes.
Yeah. So the passion is very important.
Very important for anybody.
Okay.
Once you find it, though, it's you live an amazing life, and then you can, you know, if you told me that I could live the life I live today, you know, a couple of years ago, that I could post videos and make money off of it, that I didn't have to be tied down to living in Canada to make money, I would have called you crazy. But that's the reality you could be living in. And if you really follow your passion and you really put in the work, that's the type of life you can have.
And our passion is Steem blockchain.
It's hard to describe it to other people. People don't realize how addicting Dtube is or steemit is. I've honestly, if I spent more time on my Dtube videos instead of just interacting with the community, I feel like I'd be a much better vlogger. But truth be told is that I'm as addicted to making vlogs as I am addicted to talking to other DTubers and talking to other Steemians. And it's not just like, oh, we're talking about this TV show we both watch. We're talking about our vision for the future and how we're aligning it with steemit in some type of way and how that's helping power our lifestyles. And I think that's crazy. I think that's great that a decentralized app can do that.
It's amazing. That's why I use even Google Hangout, and I will use Facebook. I still use everything to promote Steem blockchain and to make it like crazy. Okay, thank you for being with us, and thanks for so much good tips and so that motivation and inspiration that you gave us. And we hope to see you more in our Cooperation videos.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. I hope, by the way, you're enjoying the World Cup. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but you're in Russia, right? So
yeah,
it must be very hectic.
We have a stadium here, and some teams they will play here also as well.
And you guys had a great win yesterday against Saudi Arabia. So
yeah, we did it like 5-0. It's crazy.
It's a good start. So yeah, I like the positive energy.
The good thing also, we have a fan base in the center of the city, and we can watch the whole thing for free.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Okay.
All right. So until next time, it's been a pleasure.
Next time. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.